Now, Farhan Nur is now in town. You being the world best in French, what tips you will give to the Greenherald future students to become world best? Few handy things.
But I guess since the exam is pretty much concerned about writing, one of the things that I used a lot was practice writing. So this has to be kind of coordinated with the time. So what I used to do was that I used to write a lot. I used to take up pictures and past question paper that used to come out a lot. I used to look through them and take 30 minutes in the hand and just write as well as I could in the 30 minutes. And that if I had someone nearby or someone who knew French, I would seek his guidance and ask him to check it for me and learn from my mistakes, and I would do this again and again and every time. That's the way I used to practice. And also there's another question that was about the writing portion of there are two papers. One is about concentration on writing. The other part, which has like kind of filling the blanks and stuff, that question paper I just used to go through it, identify the sections where I had problems, and initially I used to have a dictionary with me to help me out. Then later on, as I got better and better, I used to practice without the dictionary and on my own. And of course, you should always time yourself for however the way you want to practice. And you should always have someone's guidance so that someone can check it for you later on. That's the way I used to do it.
Okay, and how was the paper, in fact, when you sit for the Cambridge?
I mean, obviously, when you come to sit for the real thing, knowing that, oh God, this is the real French exam, if I make a mistake, there's a lot of nervousness and that acts. But after the initial 5 minutes, you really start understanding that you have it, what it takes to do it. You keep your cool and you just go on. Because at the end of the day, it's just a question paper like you practiced before, and Cambridge does not drastically change any question paper, it just falls on the same pattern. So if you had practiced something before, it's pretty much going to be somewhat identical to what you're already practicing. So just be confident and just go on with it.
Someone says that, I mean, you had your French from Alliance also. So is it that because of the Alliance and school French together that made it possible for you?
I mean, it depends. Like, whatever education is about learning. So it doesn't depend, no matter whether you learned in school, whether you learned outside, or you read a book on your own. Anything you learn outside, you can bring it. So saying that doesn't mean that if I had not gone for Alliance, that I wouldn't have been able to do well in my exam. School is obviously a great resource, and if you have Alliance, there's an added bonus. I'm also adding something like, just because you're Alliance doesn't mean that you should skip the thing in school and really go for that. I've already said it before that doing it from the school, sitting for that exam from school is an added bonus that looks good on your resume and your certificate when later go on.
At the time of Cambridge sitting for the exam, which level you finished it Alliance?
The thing is that I sat for my exam 2 years after I had finished Alliance. So back then I was in 303. I did not continue on to sit for the days, but I was done with, for my day L. But I was done with my self-PA and self-quiz.
And how these young class 5 and 6 who have now started their French with the school, many of them they feel that going to Alliance will help them a lot, and especially when the school is saying that you're gonna go and do external French, then your school importance of school French is a little bit gradually diminishing.
Here's the thing, definitely. It is true that you're learning something else outside, but you have to realize that the two formats are different. In school, you're being prepared to sit for the O-Level Cambridge exam, and in Alliance, you're being prepared for sit for another exam. Although you're learning French overall, there is a difference between the two question papers that you sit for. So there is an equal importance that you follow what's going on in school. Obviously, what you learn outside in Alliance can be added to whatever you're doing in school. So take Alliance outside as a secondary objective from where you can gain the learning and use this for your paper in school. That's the way I would tell you guys to go.
Okay, your best message in French to the students?
Ayez confiance. Toujours.
En quoi?
Sur votre capacité. Ce que vous pouvez faire. Ce que vous voulez faire, faites-le.
Merci.